Hello, everybody. Happy Sunday, everyone. How's everybody doing? Hopefully, you guys are doing fine today, right? So today is a lovely Sunday, I think. Yeah, it's a lovely Sunday, right? So, and we are back at the juncture of looking at the animal signs for 2026, or rather, more specifically, if you have this animal sign between now to 2026, what are the things that you should be doing to at least leverage on whatever that's left? And whether it's an important thing, by the way. Don't just read that sign, right? So I can see that some of you have already logged in. I could see Pekpu around, Manu around, Bongun is around, Bonnie is around. Hey Bonnie, right? So thank you for coming in every single day. Hello Katerina, hello Winnie, how you guys all doing? Right, so hopefully it's fine. Right, so today we will talk about a little tiger. So again, it is actually still following the last vote that we have. There are still people voting. Right, so tiger is the one that having the larger word, right? So I think I'll refresh the word a bit later, right? So some news, right? So if you don't know, Deloitte got themselves into like major trouble for using ChatGPT to submit report to the Australian government. Yeah, right. So they submitted a report, charged people $500,000, right? So then there was a professor who combed through the thing and found out that there was a lot of the citation and the quotation and the whatever case that they use, research that they are quoting, it actually doesn't happen. All fake, right? So the AI actually put out wrong stuff, right? So yeah, I think the problem of using AI for a lot of people is that, hey, you already don't know where all the thing come from, right? And then you go and believe the end result. By the way, if you are using any sort of AI, when I talk about AI right now, mainly it's ChatGPT, right? ChatGPT is the biggest one. So I'm not sure about Gemini and how their database is trained. So if you are using all this AI for Chinese metaphysics, I tell you, sure die. Formula all wrong. I've tried already, tried a lot. Check and I ask them to find formula for me. All the formula they find is basically all wrong. So you tell me if they are using the wrong formula, or the I do a lot of those what we call database building for you all, right? So this term is actually what does the meaning. Those also are all wrong, right? So if you use that and some people say that, oh no, right now you go ChatGPT, you type in your birthday, ask them to get a reading. Oh, reading pretty good, right? Pretty bad. The plotting is already wrong. Info inside is wrong. Transliteration is wrong. How can the writing be wrong, right? Right, so now ChatGPT is very good in writing, by the way, right? So if you just need a writer, right? So which means that the editor side, right? So you give the info and then you ask them to write according to the info that you give. Good, but if you don't even have the info, you ask them to write, sure die. Right? So just be careful, right? So just be careful with any of these AI-driven answering, right? So if there's insufficient data inside, your answer is going to be problematic. So the pretext of AI being good or bad is how much data, quality data, is being fed inside the AI, which is the biggest problem of running AI nowadays. All right, so and it's not cheap to feed data inside AI. You require a lot of hard disk space and all that kind of stuff. So be careful, right? So Chinese metaphysics is not a line whereby there's massive data being fed inside, right? So try your best to be careful with when you are using AI for any Chinese metaphysics required stuff. All right. Hello Eve, hello Sunny, hello Kahi. All right. So let us just continue with the small little tiger, right? So small little tiger. So before we go anything, please go into print your BaZi chart. By now, you still haven't print your BaZi chart. This is the 5th year of me talking to you all. Software may have changed, right? So but it is still same software, right? So it's still same software, right? So these are plotting software, right? So now plotting software, everybody uses the exact same formula, right? So so that's why there's really nothing much too special. The display is a bit different, right? So by the way, there is some plotting software out there that use lunar calendar one. That part of it you need to be careful. You use the lunar calendar plotting one, it will give you a different chart. Yes, there are some school that uses the lunar calendar. Don't be surprised. Right? So and then it's like, to me is no wrong or right later. Got time I will have a session that explain about how human work. right? Human is a very funny creature, right? So no, but anyway, right? So you should have 4 animal signs inside. One representing your years, one representing your month, one representing your day, one representing your hour. So each of these basically has a different meaning. It governs different areas of life. Right, so that one you can go and watch the video that talk about the 4 pillar, right? So then you have some information about it, right? So but anyway, so if you have any tiger inside any of the 4 animal sign, then today may be relevant to you, right? Depending on where the tiger actually lands, right? So then your action will differ, right? So action will differ. So whatever I'm telling you is just what we call general catch-all type of stuff. Right, so if you have this tiger, then better keep this inside your mind, right? So pretty simple, all right, quite easy. We're not looking at any other thing, we're just looking at the animal sign, right? So tiger is pronounced as yin, right? So the one with the racing flag are the one that we have already done, right? So these are for those of you who are stumble upon, or some of your friends may have very nicely shared this out to you. By the way, if you have not shared yet, please just share this out to any of your friends as a tiger inside of them. Right? So those with the flaggy one are the one has already been done. So if you find that, hey, I got a rooster, right? So then you go and take a look at the rooster one and the game plan. Right? So let's take a look at tiger. Now, so overall, if you take a look at the tiger, this year tiger is pretty okay. Right? So the tiger has the fortune virtue. Now, fortune virtue is one of the big problem-solving stuff. Right, the 4 big problem-solving star are Sun, Moon, Dragon Virtue, Fortune Virtue. This 4 is the big problem-solving star, right? So we like to see them 4, right? Every single year is the same. It's just that these 4 stars will land on different animal every year, right? So which means that for your animal in a 12-year span, all your animal would probably get the Fortune Virtue. Depend on the formulation first. Maybe some animal will never get, but you will get the fortune virtue, every once and now and then, right? So which means this particular is pretty awesome, right? So now you can compare the 2025 versus 2026. So you can see that the auspicious star is actually not really too auspicious next year, right? So by the way, Heaven Horse and Study Hall, not very useful, right? So but you can see that the negative star equally a lot. Very equally a lot. So this year the negative star is not really too bad because you got the fortune virtue and also heaven virtue. These 2 are very powerful problem solving stuff, right? So which means that this year problem throw at you, you will find solution eventually. It doesn't mean you won't suffer, but eventually you will find a way out. So next year there are no virtual star already. There's no virtue star. You only got a heaven horse and also a study hall. So how? Right, so all the problem that come right now is actually painful problem already. Right, so that's why you need to use this year energy to cushion for next year. So if you don't use this energy cushion for next year, then next year you just what we call hard swallow lah, ngang kang. Right, you just hard swallow the situation and then don't come back and complain. I should have last year, should have. There's too many people here who would like to, should have this, I'd have done this, I've done that. I should have, buy Bitcoin 10 years ago. I should have trust my friend, when Bitcoin was 4,000 ringgit, I should have just bought it, 4,000 US by the way. Oh, right now is, okay, no need, right? So I am a person who are very, I don't like to go backward. I don't like to go back. Whatever happened backward, So that's why stuff like anniversary to me is useless one. Right? So oh no, this is like a 2 years anniversary. Okay, so you want 2 years anniversary or you want to continue next 10 years is good. Then you forget about the 2 years anniversary and no use one, all this kind of thing. Whatever that's happened. Oh, last time, last time, whatever, best friend, whatever, last time are all completely useless stuff to me. Right? So that's why I don't do previous prediction. Right? So a lot of people say, oh, read this, I want to see, whether last time things is correct or not. It doesn't matter lifetime, correct, don't correct. Moving forward, you want what to happen. That is sometimes very important. Right? So that's why I do a lot of things is forward, whatever happened behind, happened already. Cannot fix. No, nothing that you can do will change it. Right, so however also doesn't matter. What's the difference of a heaven horse and sky? Heaven horse and sky is different. Sky horse is for traveling. Heaven horse is actually to cook up unconventional method to escape. Right? The Cantonese is called Tin Ma Hang Hong. Right? It's Tin Ma Hang Hong. What we call, if you want to say that the sky horse is basically a traveling horse on ground, heaven horse is the Pegasus. Right? Pegasus a bit crazy a bit, right? So that's how I said that, you know, is you would probably escape problem. You can use heaven horse to escape problem, right? So unconventional way of escaping problem, but you're not solving the problem, you see. But you still siam lah. That's the good part of it. Like you can still escape. Right? You're not solving the problem. Right? You know, it's like say what, right? Cannot, right? So we can do that. Right. So now first of all, expand your basically alliance is basically why is that you want to use prosperity star. Prosperity star is a eat, drink, happy star. Awesome. Right. So now always tell you, if you know that next year you're gonna go into a bit of a trouble, this is the year that you need to make friends. Right? Because this year you're good, you make sure that people owes you favor. So next year you can collect. Or else what? Right? So now it's the best time for you to build bridges or gain favor when you do not need anything back. Understand? When you don't need anything back, right? So which means that, you know, when you are good and you have strong problem solving star this year, so it's good for you to go and help people who has problem. Understand, right? So you got your prosperity star, you know, the enjoyment star is there, which means that you're not lacking in any of these social event this year, right? So for those people who have tiger, right? So by now you should know, right? So for suddenly, you know, don't know why you have more sort of like social engagement, you know, mostly food related. Right, so you know, people, you know, invite you for more potluck, right? So now here's the thing, right? You attend all of these things, right? What are you doing there? Really go there and eat? That's it, right? So that's what you are doing. So because, you know, you are not going in there with actual purpose. So if you're going there with actual purpose, you know already right now is that, hey, you know, this year, you know, I'm very strong in terms of problem solving. Somehow magically I'm able to cook up solution for people. So I'm going to, you know, this sort of meeting right now. I want to find people who has potential. Right? So I want to find people who has potential, who are currently, you know, going through some challenges, and I need to offer them some help. Which when I offer this help, right, it truly is that this particular year I don't really need too much of a help from people. No, it's not an exchange. It's just I'm giving you. So when I'm giving you something, I don't need anything you back from the fella owe you a favor. Understand? Right? So this is not an, you know, this is not a normal exchange. This is not a purchase, you know, it's not like, you know, oh, you do this, then only I do that for you. Nothing. You just go over there, hey, you got this problem, let me take a look at it, let's see, you know, whatever pop up. Right? So then, you know, you give them some solution and it work, like, it doesn't work, it doesn't matter. Right? So at least give them a solution. So when it works, the fella would remember you. So next year when you go into, so you know, next year, you know, you're not that awesome. Now you can very confidently go and ask for certain resources that you need, right? So that's why you need to expand your alliance this year. That's the only reason, right? So it is a, you know, it's a short-term give up, long-term take back kind of situation. So again, repeat to you is that you have the problem solving star this year. So if you're not using it to solve problem, next year, when you don't have the problem-solving star, then don't complain that you cannot solve the problem. So again, tips for you. So the problem-solving star like Heaven Virtue, you know, Fortune Virtue will travel to another animal sign. Duh. Right? Shouldn't you go and find the other animal sign and say, oh, which animal sign? Go and watch back all the previous video. All right? Every video also got show you put 2 years, right? So go and watch back, go and find the what we call Fortune Virtue, you know, Heaven Virtue. Then you got the Month Virtue, right? So you got the Dragon Virtue, right? So there's so many virtue star, right? Not knowing how to make friends, ordinary. So making friends to prevent from trouble moment in the hard part. So not right. So I think everybody also know how to make friends one, right? So it's just that, you know, whether you are in a community or you are in a place, sometimes you have to force yourself. So that's why at times you might want to go and join some clubs, right? So like, for example, now I'm ex what we call Toastmaster, So now when people say Toastmaster, they say that, oh no, it's a place for you to learn how to do public speaking. Actually, no use one. You tell people it's free because unfortunately, public speaking is one of the highest fear in people's mind. You mention public speaking, you really survey done. Public speaking in public is one of the highest fear. Top three fear. Right, so you tell public speaking, but if you go and tell people, right, Toastmaster is a place, really, this is what I tell people. Toastmaster is a place, right, where you got a group of people who are forced to listen to you to speak. Yes, you go there speak, no matter how bad, and the magic part of it, no matter how bad is your speech, they will tell you something nice. Right, so if you want an environment that, sit down, you want a forced audience that will tell you something nice, Toastmaster is a place for you to start off. Go there and make some friends. Right, so Toastmaster is good. I know most churches also is good. Yeah, religious places are a good place to make friends. Because why? Again, they are forced to be nice. You want to go to places whereby they are forced to be nice. Right, so if you got a bit of money, then, you go and join all those whatever chambers of commerce. You got whatever. There's a lot of chambers of commerce. Junior Chamber of Commerce, JCI. You got your BNI also. One of the commerce thingy. You got for us here in Malaysia. You got the Chinese Chambers of Commerce. You got the youth Chambers of Commerce. So whatever, go, right. So go and join this one. These are places whereby people are trapped. They are forced to be nice to each other, right. So it's a good place for you to start. Right, so you're not going on to being slaughtered by people. Right. So second thing I advise you all to do, go settle all your differences. Right. So yes, this year is for you to go and settle all your differences. Whatever differences that you have, because again, you got a virtual star there, you got a prosperity star. It's very easy for you to just get the fellow who has differences with you. Right, so you want to increase your ally at the same time reduces your enemy, right? So whoever that you think that maybe got certain beef with you, doesn't matter, ask him to come out and have a drink, have an eat, and settle it out. It's okay that you're the one who said sorry, even if you have done zero wrong. Because why? You don't want to have a crouching tiger next year. Next year, crouching tiger, you big trouble, right? So by the way, next year all the negative star or all physical harm star. You don't want anybody coming to stab you. Also in Malaysia news, right? The other day, a insurance agent, just got right, just got and been put inside a suitcase. You don't want anyone with cases. You can see all those Sky Warrior, White Tiger, Great Shark, Earth Shark, Flying Chase. These are all physical harm star. Right, no joke. So next year, one of the advice I want to give you if you got a tiger is please, if you're doing anything that's dangerous. If your job nature is dangerous, you need to be super careful. And those of you who drive car a lot, drive car, heavy vehicle, right? So again, yesterday only there's another mighty truck. It's a dumpster truck. Go and ram onto the toll booth again. It's very scary, to see all those truck. It's like they're going like crazy fast one, crazy fast because when they ram on the toll booth, the entire vehicle basically fly up and jump. So you see how much power is it? If you are the car in front of them, right? It's like, so right now if I see any heavy vehicle behind me, I will move aside and let the heavy vehicle go first. I am that chicken nowadays, okay? Right, we should communicate strategically. Also one thing lah. So no, please if you got any fella at all that you feel like there is certain beef that's going on, go and settle it, right? Say whatever sorry that you want to say. Whether it's your fault, don't have your fault, don't care first at this current moment, because you are preparing for next year. Because next year you don't have any bumper, right? Heaven horse and study horse is not going to help you with any problem solving. You don't have any bumper, zero bumper. Okay, right? So be careful with that. Right, so take note on whatever lesson that is happening, right? So because you don't want to repeat the same thing, right? So again, this year you have very good, very clear star that assists you in terms of problem solving, getting things done, right? So you have a few more months left, right? So you want to right now start paving the road, right? So like, for example, for us in Malaysia, you know, it is during what we call the election time that you see that the constituency start to pave the road. Right? If you want to know whether election is coming, you just go and observe the number of road that's being paved, you know, not the highway, just normal unpaved road, right? So suddenly they get new layers of paved road, right? So yeah, that's where right? That's the constituency leader, you know, showing you that they have done their work. Right? This is how they do it, right? So they contract people to pave the road. Right, so same thing for you, right? So while you have the resources, right? So you know, if you take a look at the graphic wise, you know, this is like the thank you fees, right? So the thank you fees right before you go for your study, right, guys? You know, I'm gonna go for study because next year you got a study hall, right? So study halls are good for learning environment. Study hall is very good for learning and environment, right? So now you see the intelligence star is good for exam, right? Intelligence star is good for exam. That's the what we call your imperial exam. You go for imperial exam, right? Study hall would actually stuff things inside your brain, right? So it puts you in an environment whereby, you know, you'll be able to study. Study means learn lesson. All right, so you know, that's basically, you know, what is happening for the tiger, right? So that's why I said that, you know, this year, while things are going good, right? So leverage maximum or whatever that is available so that you can pave a good road for next year, right? So no, let's say that next year, is it a bad year? Depend, not really too bad. Right, so now this one, you know, go and read in Substack, right? So Substack, I have a very lengthy one that, you know, I've written about next year's animal sign, right? So you know, it's broke down into if this is in the year, what does it mean? You know, if it's a month, what does it mean? If it's in the day, what does it mean? If it's the hour, what does it mean? Right, so no, it's that much I've written. Okay, right, so no, that's better. Right? So for those of you who are, you know, it's like, oh no, what if this is, you know, what is this? Right, so now again, if this is tiger is inside your year's one, right? So you know, this one is you know, public engagement related. You know, this is your reputation related, right? So it has to be tied back to those type of circumstance. Right, so if this is, let's say, in your career, then, you know, it's your work related, it's your relationship with your boss, you know, all those kind of stuff. Right, so you know, all these kind of things, right? So you can see next year got back poking, so you know that your colleague will basically stab you and you got nowhere to run, right? So before your colleague stab you next year, you better make sure that, you know, you have enough cohort inside your office this year, right? So make sure everybody owe you, make sure everyone owes you. Right, so you know, at least, you know, from right now until whatever, right? So every single lunch, go and have lunch with different people in different departments. I think that is the minimum you can do, because you're gonna have lunch anyway, right? Why do you have lunch with the same people every single time, right? What value are they, you know, giving back to you? Ask yourself lah, right? So you know, if they are not giving any value back to you, you know, please go and have lunch with different people. You know, at least take the next 3-4 months, the 3 months left only, by the way, right? Take the next 3 months, you know, to, you know other people. Know other people, and specifically you want to help them solve one of their problem. So sit down and, you know, talk a little bit of their problem, solve it. It's the combination of yin this year or combine or clash the star too. Where got combine? This year tiger no combine. Tiger combine with pig. Right, tiger combine with pig. This year, next year also got nothing much to do with tiger. By the way, tiger next year is the 3 harmony combination. Tiger, horse, dog. Right, so it's 3 harmony combo. Right, so no, this one next year's stuff only we talk about. So we talk about this year first. So this year, tiger and snake, right? They have a punishment. They have a punishment. Okay. Right, so I have tiger in demand, right? But this year I lost my job. Is the star is helping or not helping? SL Lim, lost your job again, right? So the general belief is that, you know, keeping a job is the good thing, but you know, sometimes the universe would give you a kick off it. And also if you're inside a company whereby the industry and maybe your boss is really an asshole, so you're just being made into a sacrificial meat, So there's a lot of things that you need to take. And SL Lim also, feng shui. Did your house go and inevitably your neighbor activated the 5 yellow for you? So there's a lot of things that you need to take a look. But again, please don't associate like, I lose my job as bad. It's because of you lose this job that you probably know. So you guys know the 9/11 building. There's a lot of people who come out, they say that oh, because the morning I was having a traffic jam, or yesterday I was doing this and that, I was not able to get into the building, so I didn't die. You could be one of this particular situation, right? So the star helping or not helping. So the star is there. So again, everything that has happened is basically there is a reason for it to happen. Right, so again, maybe after some time, you gotten a new job already, then the new job bring you to higher heights. Then you look back at your colleague in this particular company, you will see that because of things that's happening in this company, the company probably no more anymore. Then only you say that, okay, right, so come back. Right, so staff that only found horse, can't find others. Of course, because every week only publish one, by the way. So which one are more beneficial for work? Sky horse or heaven horse? Now again, the heaven horse is only good for escaping. Right, so I don't think you want to use escaping inside your office. Sky horse bring you to places. Okay, bring you to places as it's open up. Right, back to same thing. So if let's say that this is inside your day, this has to do with more your intimate relationship. Right, so this year a lot of things to eat, go here eat, go there eat. Because of the prosperity. Next year don't have. Next year don't have. Right? So next year, diet. Right? This year probably grow fat. Okay. Right. So this is how basically you do an analysis. Right. So do an analysis. It's just that in the market, I don't think anyone want to do this sort of, this year to next year, this year to next year. So a lot of people lose out on a lot of stuff. Right. So you start off with this, you start off with the entire, you also don't know what to. Right, so next year I tell you, Tiger very smart. They are very smart. Right, so but escapist type was smart, right? So Pinner, so empty and death. Right, Bonnie, death and empty. If you got sky horse, that mean that got chance to travel, but you are unaware of it, or you don't care about it. Now, death and emptiness causes people to be in a state of don't care, or what we call unawareness. Right, so that's why when we say death and emptiness, it's like you accidentally kick the gold bar, also you don't know how to pick it up. Yeah, what suddenly you kick a wallet, and then the wallet inside got a lot of money. You don't know how to pick up the money. Then how to help you, right? So you feel like this money must be dropped by somebody who needed the money a lot. I might as well stand here wait for him to come back. Hello. Wait, hello. Right. So I'm way in my life too, right? So okay. So okay, guys, that's it for the little tiger this year, right? So go find people this year to help out, right? So go find people this year to help out, and whatever food you have, enjoy. Enjoy. So if I have tiger and dog in your chart in the month, how can you have tiger and dog in the month? You have 3 harmony, how the impact in the case, right? So again, Chiliang, right? So these are not the session for me to explain everything, right? So if you want to know what are the effect of 3 harmony, go back and watch the 3 harmony, right? So I've actually done a video on 3 harmony, right? So what is the effect of 3 harmony? If this, all those kind of things has already done. It's your job to go and interpret. Okay, right? So this is not a free tutorial class, right? So please, again, please don't come in. I got 3 tiger, 4 lion, and then all these things. No one can give you good advice, with those side of questions. Right? So again, a lot of time I tell people is that there's no point of you going to tell people my table got bread flour, and then got some carrot, and then got no point telling ingredient to people, and right? No one is going to come to your house and cook for you. Right, so if you need some help, all right, so for me to take a look at your charts, right? So all this mode of getting in touch for me is basically that, right? So we need time to study your chart and understand what is your objective and direction, and more importantly, what are you willing to do first, Too many people want things to happen, but they're not willing to do anything, so no use. Okay, cool. Right, so take care of yourself. Right, so you want to get in touch with me, please Telegram you can use Substack, you can use Facebook Messenger, all of them work, right? So the community also so very helpful community, so you can go and join the community, come together, got question you can ask, we can chit chat, debate a bit, whatever it is, right? So Substack is just a one-way communication. I write, I set all the schedule, publish, right? So like for right now, the forecast for the November is already done, right? So end month it will automatically send out. Right, so if you want those in written form, some people still old school, right? So now, no joke, my readership subscriber is actually more than my video subscriber. Right, so which means there's still, probably I got more older people, right? So inside my audience side, right? So that's why they like to read, right? So I think also reading also is a bit more soothing for some people. But anyway, right? So either way that you like, I got many different channels doing this. All right, that's it, guys. Take care of yourself. Bye.